Obviously, there's a number of strikes taking place, but there's a number of activities have taken place in this area over the past, and the resurgence of the Craigmillar Festival itself. And speaking at that meeting, as is done at all events in this area, is the local MP, Tommy Sheppard, and I now invite Tommy to come forward and say a few words. Tommy.
Thanks, Derek. My name's Tommy Sheppard. I'm the local Member of Parliament for this area, have been for nearly 8 years, and I'm one of the SNP group at Westminster. I'm also, I think it's worth pointing out, on the committee of the SNP trade union group, so I am particularly delighted to be here today and to lend my support to this initiative. I think it's important when we look around an area like this and we see that a lot of people are living here trying very hard to make ends meet and not managing it. They're usually working in poorly paid, insecure jobs. They don't have a trade union. They don't have an annual pay round. And they sometimes wonder, what is the relevance of what's going on with the strikes in Royal Mail, in the education service, and elsewhere in our society? And I think we need to be clear when we speak and reach out to those people that actually, if the RMT win their campaign, if the CWU win, if the EIS win, it's not just a victory for their members. It takes forward the position of the working class in general. It rebalances the power in society. And it makes it all the more likely that we can drive up the conditions and improve the pay that many of these non-unionised workers are actually getting. And that connection between organised trade unions and the unorganised working class, it is so important to build and bridge that gap. And that's why this initiative is so important and why it will provide a focus. Because when people look from these houses and they wonder, how can I get involved in a trade union? They only have to walk 50 metres and go through that door. And that is a level of proximity which we've never had before, and one which I think is quite vital. Now, you'll see around here there's been a lot of development, right? An awful lot of development, even in the years that I've been here. You're standing in an area that, if you look at the master plan, was meant to be a pub. So actually, it's this, and the pub, the reason for the pub was to provide some sort of social community space where people could come together with all these many thousands of new houses that have been built. I hope this building here will be better than a pub in terms of providing a place where local people can come together and get information. And I pledge to try and work with the committee that's running this facility to expand it, to make sure that actually it's not just the structure. It's quite funky, but it's not just the structure in the building. It's what happens inside and all around it. It's how it can be a beacon for what happens here, starting, I hope, with the Craigmillar Festival this summer, where this can be the hub of what is going on in this community. And as one of the things, my contribution to that, I hold regular advice surgeries in this area where I try and help individual people. Most MPs do that in their communities. So I'm going to be approaching the community to see if I can relocate my advice surgery from the library to this building here, so that when people come, they know where they're coming to. So full solidarity. I hope this is the start of something absolutely brilliant. Look forward to working with it in the years to come.